The mentorship pilot program became available to early childhood educators beginning in September of 2022. And the importance of having a mentorship program for educators is really to support them regardless of what stage they are within their career. As you progress in your profession, you reach a stage where you're looking for something new to spice up what you know. And so mentorship is a perfect opportunity to share your knowledge with people who are newer to the field.
I think this is a difficult profession to kind of stay afloat in, right? From the outset, it seems so lovely and simple, but the reality of it is, there's so much weight upon you. There's so much responsibility. So the importance of this program was to connect people within the profession and give them that opportunity to know that there's support for you and we want you to succeed and thrive.
The role of an early childhood educator is often underestimated as to how important it is. What we know is the most important years of a child are the first 5 years of their development. And so early childhood educators are key in this role in facilitating this development of early learning with children.
We were approached by the City of Windsor Children's Services. Don Bosco had asked us to consider creating a mentorship program. There was no hesitancy in accepting the challenge for sure, and the opportunity to work closely again with many of the childcare providers in our city. And the partnership with the city has been very supportive. Anything we've needed has been provided and always there to answer our questions or to give us some guidance if we think we may need that too.
The Workforce Initiative is funded by the provincial government and the Ministry of Education. However, every service manager has the opportunity to tailor it to the unique needs of their program. So one of the pieces that we did, a local initiative, is this mentorship program with the Connections Early Learning and Family Center. The multi-pronged approach has a mentorship, it has partnerships with the colleges, it also has paid professional development opportunities to be able to enhance the development of early childhood educators currently in the field. And we hope that we're building something foundational that will be able to continue to support early childhood educators and have people want to come out as a career.
I initially joined the mentorship program thinking that I was going to work with a mentee, help her learn more about the field, to get her ready to join the field. But through the process, I learned that the line between a mentor and a mentee is kind of blurred because I was learning from her also.
Entering into a mentoring relationship is one way to continue to exercise a reflective practice. It provides an opportunity for the mentor to reflect on their own practices, skills, and experience, to share that with another individual. It's really thinking about this relationship and opportunity as being an opportunity for your own continued professional learning and growth, individually, as a person, but also as a professional.
Within our program, the advantages for the mentor and the mentee are the same. And that's really because we approached it with the mentality of, we're all bringing something to the table. Someone who's been in the profession for 30 years has as much to share as someone who just graduated from college. And it's going to be different things. And what a great opportunity for them to be able to, engage in that conversation. And that's a conversation that maybe wouldn't happen within the workplace.
From the start, I think we connected immediately. And ever since then, it's not really mentor-mentee, it's mentor-mentor. She teaches me new things in life and reinvigorates me, I guess, because you get stale after all the time I've been in the field. I felt she came into my life for a reason, and now it's a lot easier for me because she has new ideas she gets excited about from going to school. Oh, I learned this today, and I'll go, oh wow, things have changed. So she is teaching me.
I think sometimes when you go home at the end of the day, it's really hard to share with your family and your partner, just kind of some of the struggles and some of the frustration you've had throughout the day. Whereas to be able to talk with Gina, she totally understands where I'm coming from quite often when I say, oh, this was a really rough day or this was a really great day, those kinds of things.
I think we can support each other too, because when you work in an organization for so long, you kind of are just used to your bubble. So this has really, opened up and how other organizations are experiencing some of the same challenges and some of the same successes too that we're all experiencing.
When I started working with them or paired with them, our connection was before and after school program. So I am a before and after school advocate, so I was so excited to be able to support them in the field. Some had some experience in before and after or experience with children, but not with the older age group. So there are some challenges and things that we discussed, and we found some common grounds and strategies that we could use.
So luckily I got into this mentorship program, and I got a great mentor, and that's how I got into how to do this, and that has really helped me how to work with the children of this age group. And later on I understood that there are certain things which I have to improve, and there are certain possibilities that I can get into. So she did help me for everything, and now I am hired as a site supervisor recently, and all this journey has been amazing for me, and I think this is because of the mentorship program which I got and the amazing mentor I got.
When you have one child and you have to get them out the door and you have to feed them and you have to make sure that they're rested and that they're entertained or that they're learning, developing their brain. And now you have 10 in your room, or you have 15, or even if you have 5 and you're one person, that's a lot of responsibility to put on people's shoulders. It's necessary that they have the support, and not just from each other, not just from the colleagues, not just the professionals within our field, but from the community, from the funders, from everyone, and recognize that is a significant job they are doing. These are our young children.
Coming from a preschool and a toddler group and then going into school age was like a trauma for me, because I've never been with those kids, and it's just a different experience. And when I got in touch with Tanish, she told me that these are normal things, it happens. It's just that you need a different approach towards these kids, and it was amazing. I felt so relaxed, and when I met so many other ECEs, they face the same issues all the time and they handle it so effortlessly, which I think was the biggest, achievement for me.
There's something we always talk about in early childhood education, and that's reflective practice. At the end of the day, thinking about what happened, what went well, what went wrong, and I think within the mentorship program, that's kind of ingrained, and you can get that second perspective that sometimes you might not come to by yourself, and that's great.
C'est important de connaître beaucoup de gens dans la profession pour faire des placements ou pour faire un programme comme le nôtre, comme le programme pilote. Comme Kevin t'a dit, là, des fois, ça l'aide de connaître des gens dans la profession francophone ou anglophone, dépendant où tu vas aller avec tes partenaires, puis quelle langue que tu veux te diriger dedans aussi.
Et avec ça aussi, comme nous, on va à des ateliers et on rencontre des personnes qui sont encore dans la même profession, mais à différentes places. On fait des amitiés, on partage des idées. C'est juste quelque chose que on n'est pas trop stressé avec des choses, parce que je sais toujours que je peux soit envoyer un courriel ou téléphoner quelqu'un et dire « Hey, j'en ai un problème, est-ce que je peux bondir quelque chose avec toi pour voir comment est-ce que comment toi tu résoudras ce problème. »
Since this program started, I've seen lots of successes. Probably the one that speaks most to me is the camaraderie that's developed when we meet, whether that's virtually or in person. And it's such a positive energy, a great vibe, and many years in the field, and at the end of each session, each night that we get together, I feel great.
It's amazing. People are telling us, I love meeting with my partner. I feel sad for the weeks that I don't get to see my partner. I'm going to keep seeing my partner. Like, they've really developed these really close professional relationships.
I'm not usually that morning person, but if I'm going out for coffee with Janet, I am. So I look forward to that. And then also professionally, just learning from her, because you don't know what you don't know. So I don't know what to expect moving forward. I'm just getting into the field now. I'm going to be finishing school within the next year and then getting registered. So who knows, like, I might need you more.
I'm there.
So what Barb and Alicia have done at Connections, they've really been opened, and so there isn't really anything to be scared of, right? So if you're partnered up, whether you're a mentee or a mentor, I think that they look at who a good fit would be, and like I've told them, their algorithm, I don't know how they did it, but it is something special.
I think for us to grow as a community, we have to be connected to each other. We all share something in common, be it the field or enjoying working with children. But not only that, we have the connection and the support through each other. So even the greater group of mentoring and attending the different workshops and connecting, I think that as long as we strengthen our community, the outcome for not only the children but ourselves are stronger.
I feel like everybody needs someone to talk with, and then that makes you feel better, and then get more idea, more energy. And I think that mentor program is really helping us, because we have such a strong connection to each other, and then we express each other, and then helping each other.
It's made me realize that I'm not done learning, and it's also made me realize that there is a lot of potential in many people, and sometimes we have to help them realize their own potential, and this mentorship program certainly does that.
Il est important à comprendre que la relation de mentorat, c'est une relation réciproque. Et vraiment, c'est une opportunité pour deux professionnels pour venir ensemble. Peut-être une professionnelle qui a peut-être un peu plus d'expérience ou différentes connaissances qui peut présenter leur apprentissage avec une autre professionnelle.
The idea is that we take all of that energy and spread it throughout our early childhood education community and beyond to the children and the families that we work with. They'll feel that energy. If somebody's going to work happy, that's going to be reflected in the care they're providing your children.
I am so very proud, and as an early childhood educator, what I always wanted to do was work with kids. So I really am very passionate about this field, and I love that these mentorship programs are growing and flourishing and developing, because it really is about connecting. So we're connecting children and families and early learning professionals together and really creating a wonderful foundation for our community.